Bob, a sad day in Montreal, obviously, with I guess, a bit of the marking the life of Pat Burns, maybe a bit of a celebration too of Pat. You covered many, many, many games, called many of his games, Toronto, Montreal. Any special memories of Pat come to mind for you?
Yeah, always special memories with Pat. I love the guy, of course, like most people who have come to meet him have. I spent a lot of time with Pat when he was coaching the Leafs. A little more maybe than when he was with the Canadiens, but Pat and I used to get together almost before every game religiously in his office. He'd have an ashtray in his drawer, and he'd sneak a smoke, and so would I. And before I go upstairs to the booth, and we chatted about the game and different things coming up. And years later, of course, after the coaches' awards, 3 times Coach of the Year and the Stanley Cup, of course, we got together in Florida a few times and played some golf. He was ill at this stage and knew it, and knew the end was coming. He didn't know when, but his spirits were great, and in spite of it all, we had a lot of fun together. And I have something I got to thank Pat Burns for that I don't know if it's proper to mention, but I'll say it anyway, that it was Pat Burns about 11, 12 years ago that got me off cigarettes. He quit before I did. We had a little thing going about that, and one day I talked to him when he was coaching in Boston during the summer months, and he asked me if I was still smoking, and I said, yeah. And he said, I've quit, and I didn't believe him, and he told me how he did it. And so I did it, and I'll always remember Pat for many things, but that, I guess, was special.